Hey guys, this is AC Locke here with Disruptor Manufacturing. Got a cool little product for you guys. This is under our SoftwashOlogy line. Our SoftwashOlogy line is a super robust but also price conscious line of soft washing equipment. And when I say price conscious, this is not going to be the least expensive option out there. But what we're doing is we're loading in a lot of bang for the buck, putting together a little more simple equipment that's very robust, okay, that still is built to the standard of Disruptor Manufacturing, but it helps some of you guys get into soft washing without having to spend a ton of money. Now, this product right here, this is our SoftwashOlogy Queso. You've heard of the taco. So if you took the taco, you can go from the taco down to the nacho and the nacho down to the queso. If you look at that lineup of three pieces of equipment, this is the bottom of the range in that SoftwashOlogy product line, but it is still value packed and options packed. So this is a one batching soft wash system where you're going to have to add your bleach into the tank, your water into the tank, any of your surfactants or soaps into the tank on this. But what we do is we give you a nice 50-gallon Disruptor Manufacturing polyethylene tank. This is a double wall thickness, not double walled, but our tanks are twice as thick as any other tank on the market. We deliberately have our rotomolding manufacturer that does our contract manufacturing for us with our own proprietary molds load in twice as much plastic into these tanks. Okay, great screw in top, nice neck here, keeps chemicals from sloshing out. Great 50-gallon tank. And you can see right here, our tanks are embossed with our logos on them, have all the DOT time date stamps on them, and they're made to the DOT standard for carrying chemicals, not water, chemicals. Now the heartbeat of this system here is our Disruptor Manufacturing 5.5 gallon per minute soft washing pump. Now this pump here, if you come in here close, I want to point out some different features on this pump that's different from some of the other companies out there. First of all, this is a 5.5 gallon a minute pump. We have it set at about 90 PSI. And what that is, that gives you enough flow to go through your half-inch hose, matched with the tips that we're using to give you the effective spray pattern that you need for soft washing. But there's some things on here that we don't want to overlook. One of the things here is, if you look here close, is we have attached to all of our pumps these heat sinks. And what this allows the pump to do is, as the pump gets hot and it starts to overheat, which often will either damage the motor or will overheat the pump and it'll shut off. We use these heat sinks here to disperse the heat away from the pump motor so that it doesn't shut off randomly or you don't damage the actual motor itself. One of the other things that we do is, inside of the head of every single one of our pumps, we've put in an additional check valve. And the reason why that's so good is because if you have your hose stretched out and somebody runs over your hose with a car or a truck or something like that, it sends a shock wave back to your system and very often blows out the little diaphragm seal. It's a little, that's not an O-ring, but it's a little flat round piece of plastic that goes between the pressure switch and the head of the pump that expands and contracts as the pressure, like if you turn off the wand on your system, it builds up pressure and turns off this pressure switch. Well, if somebody runs over your hose and you don't have a check valve in the head of your pump, that shock of pressure goes through and it perforates or bursts through that little diaphragm seal, and then bleach gets into the head of your pressure switch and it makes your pressure switch go bad. It just corrodes it. So these are some of the things that we build in to our own Disruptor Manufacturing 5.5 gallon a minute soft washing pump. Right next to it, you'll notice this blue handled valve. This is here so that, let's say you have your hose up on a roof and you're cleaning the roof and you need to come back and add some more chemicals to your tank. You don't want to have to drag your hose all the way back to the tank to put it inside the lid here to agitate the tank. So we've put in a built-in tank agitator here, where you just go ahead and open up this blue valve, turn on your pump and it will fold and agitate the tank and mix your soft washing chemicals. Then when you're done with that, all you have to do is turn the blue handled valve and it redirects the flow of this pump to the hose reel. While we're talking about the hose reel, this is a huge differentiator on this piece of equipment, okay? Now, with Stingray hose reels, that's one of our other brands here at Disruptor Manufacturing, Stingray hose reels, we build a very robust lifetime warranty hose reel. And these hose reels are all built to hold up to bleach. Our hose reels literally are completely impervious to bleach. The manifold that is on our reels is not 305 stainless steel, it is 3/16 stainless steel. We make our own manifolds. They're throughput manifolds. They don't have any 90 degrees on them or any welds or anything like that to obstruct the flow. The flow goes straight into the hose in the hose reel. And you can go watch those videos on the Stingray reels on the Disruptor Manufacturing YouTube site. But this is a Stingray hose reels, and this is our U-framed hose reel. Now, with a lot of manufacturers, a U-framed hose reel is done to save money. For us, our U-framed hose reel does save a little bit of money because the U-frame utilizes or uses less aluminum, but we do them when you have a smaller footprint for mounting the hose reel. The actual spool of the hose reel is the same spool, the same manifolds, the same swivel, the same handles of our Mako or our Manta hose reels. It's just put on our U-frame here. So you get a full 12-inch Stingray hose reels, U-frame hose reel that's built to exactly the same standard as our flagship Manta hose reel, which is great. We give you 150 feet of half-inch hose here, a ball valve gun. We call this the Home Depot gun because if it falls off the roof and you break it, you want to be able to go ahead and run by Home Depot and fix it. You don't want to be down for the day having to order another gun. So we've got that gun on here, and then your Disruptor Manufacturing 6-shooter loaded up with a 0-degree tip and a fan tip on here. That's a 40-degree fan tip. We've got, as we do on all of our equipment, it is lanyard right here to the equipment, quick connect, all brass fittings, okay? Great stuff here. Got a brass nipple right here on the gun, so when you're pulling on the gun, you can't snap the nipple. You'll also notice our 3-inch mounting straps here. Now this is great because you can take this system, let's say you have a pressure washing trailer, and you just want to go ahead and through bolt this down to your trailer. Really easy to do right here on the 3-inch tank straps. You can mount this right down to your trailer, and then you can see right here is our Disruptor Manufacturing graduations, so you can see how much product is in your tanks. When you look at this particular system here, yes, it's a one-batching system. Yes, it doesn't have metering valves, but at the price point this is right here, for this complete package, you can go out and start soft washing right away. Because here's the main point. You don't want to spend your time building equipment. You want to spend your time marketing your company. Building your equipment in your garage might make you feel good, but it doesn't put work on the board. Marketing puts work on the board. Let us build your equipment. You go out and do the thing that only you can do. You go out, market, win those jobs, slay those dragons, and let the SoftwashOlogy Queso here complete that production for you so that you can put money in the bank right away, not dickering on equipment in your garage. All right, guys, the AC Lock here with Disruptor Manufacturing. As always, go forth and prosper.